think what we'll call it the rant run, because we as guys tend to have a bad habit of sort of internalizing a lot of things, which really I don't see it as a bad thing, but as my dear wife likes to often remind me, better let it out and let it dilute than let it stay in and fester and create stress and more problems for you. So I guess since I don't really have much to complain about, I'll just talk about regular things, like what a beautiful day it is. It's fall. Look at all the colors changing. It is sunny, which is a bit of a anomaly here in Portland this time of year. It kind of comes and goes, comes less, goes more. The sun, I mean. This is the northwest part of Portland. It's best known for its sort of industrial area, and what used to be industrial, which is now kind of a hip living area. People pay obnoxious sums of money to live here and not have any parking, but everything is close by. You can walk everywhere. Lots of great restaurants, lots of good shopping. So overall, the quality of life is pretty high here, although I think the cost of living has gone up quite a bit in the last, let's call it 10 years. I've only been here a year and a half, and I've really noticed quite a difference in cost of living here as opposed to Florida, where I lived for the last 6-7 years. Before Florida, I was in California and in Los Angeles, and anyone who's ever been there knows that it's both expensive, and I would go so far as to say the quality of life is not what I would call great. So, to Portland we came for a chance to live in the Pacific Northwest and take on the beautiful scenery and the beautiful weather and pretty friendly people. Probably some of the worst drivers I've ever been around. I don't know what I'm basing that on, aside from my experience of driving around other people. Kind of like this guy, doesn't want to go. Although I guess he's waiting to not run over people, so you're a nice fella. Anyway, so good chance to come out and enjoy this nice, beautiful, sunny day, as opposed to being in the office. Take maybe a 10-minute break. I guess I have something to complain about. Speaking of office, those of us who work and get paid in a what you would call a performance-based salary, in that, you know, the more you work, the harder you sell, the more money you make. It's pretty seasonal here, and so even though we're in the #1 Ducati dealer in the country, it's still a seasonal gig. So essentially, from November up until, you know, let's call it February, it slows down pretty dramatically here. So you kind of have to learn to hide all your nuts like a good squirrel and be prepped for the winter. That was a lesson we had to learn last year, because we came from Florida, where there's really no such thing as winter. It just kind of moves along all year. Ooh, this place, the Pope House. If you ever get a chance, if you live in the Portland area, if you're just coming to visit, go there. It's a bourbon house. The upstairs bar is a pretty great bar, but the downstairs bar is where the magic happens. It's kind of a speakeasy. This guy Jay, he's the mixologist. I'd go so far to call him. He's sort of the booze master. The guy knows his drinks really, really well, and it's he's not there to get you drunk. He's there to give you an incredible experience of taste and smell and just a good conversation. So it's hard to find just one place to love in Portland. There's definitely just an insane amount of good places to eat. So it's definitely worth going around on a motorcycle and trying different places. Check this out. This building blew up. It literally blew up like 2 weeks ago, a week and a half ago. There was a gas pipeline problem, and the thing just fucking blew up. It's gone. So the one thing with riding in this area is it's just constantly crosswalks, and people love to cross at their little pace, but I guess if you're out and shopping around in your own little head, might as well have a good time and take your time, and hopefully be surrounded by drivers who are cognizant of your crossing needs. That one guy didn't think I was going to stop, but proved you wrong. Yeah, see, so you just kind of take your time. You cross the road slowly, and you talk to your girlfriend about the drink you just had or the ice cream you're about to have here at Salt and Straw, where people stand in line for hours and hours to get a tasty frozen treat. So I'm in Portland. I work for Motocorsa. It's a Ducati dealership in Portland, and somehow in the last 10 years has managed to snag the #1 USA Ducati dealer in this little rainy seasonal city. It's, although beautiful, it's definitely is seasonal, and it just baffles me that the dealerships in the south, namely the ones in Los Angeles or Florida, are not at the same level as this place is. So it really goes a lot to say about the general riding population here. The people are pretty hardcore. It feels like as long as there isn't ice on the road, people are out on their motorcycles. So you find everyone's geared up properly. Everyone's got their summer gear and then their fall gear. Yeah, so anyways, everybody rides all the time here. I'm pretty impressed with the general riding population around here. Everybody goes out and enjoys these great mountain rides and twisty roads that are but minutes away from town. It's incredible how much the geography changes as you're riding, because west of the Cascades is just this green and lush and gorgeous area full of evergreens and these huge tall Douglas fir trees. And then you go east of the Cascades and you get into the high desert, and it's got its own beauty. The horizon is just miles and miles wide and long, and looking forward to doing a lot more riding out there this coming spring and summer. So yeah, this is my quick little jaunt around town with you guys. I'm sort of testing out my new GoPro and microphone setup. If you use a specific kind that you like, let me know what it is you use. This one is just pretty much some cheapie off of Amazon that I paid, I don't know, $10 for. It's a basic lapel setup that I stuffed into the helmet. I think it's picking up my voice pretty well. I'll find out momentarily here. In fact, I'm curious how it sounds with the face shield open. So, I don't know. It's obviously louder for me, but my mouth is still right on the mic, so if you can hear me, cool. If you can't hear me, then we'll just fix it. I see a motorcycle hiding over there. My gas light's way on. I guess it's time to put some gas in the beast. I guess we'll do that before we go to the house tonight so that I can ride again tomorrow. Alright, folks. Back to work. Hello. We always joke around. Our least favorite things about the city is, in no special order, the shitty traffic, which I guess you can call that first world problems, but then also sort of the homeless problem, I guess. I mean, they're not. I'm not saying the homeless are a problem. I'm saying that the fact that there's so many of them goes to really show you what kind of society we live in, where it's okay to have this many people living on the streets. I'm sure it's for a myriad of reasons, from being on hard times or having some kind of a substance abuse, but still, you would imagine as a first world country we would have some kind of a solution for the homeless population. We would help them somehow, but everybody's out for themselves, I guess, right? Wrong way. Didn't care. Here's all the boys. That looks like fun. Bye-bye.